Da 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 da.
Hello.
Now I think
Are we good? Can you hear me?
yes, this battle station is not fully operational yet, so excuse the sneakers and whatnot in the background.
I was just going to say, excuse the bookshelf and actually hamsters in the background, because the Death Star. I'm redoing the throne room, so this is temporary quarters. You know. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Some of my guards allowed some people into the Imperial Palace without my permission, so I had to choke them to death. But other than that, it's been a good day.
Now, do you do that with your hands, with an assistant, or with the Force?
Typically the Force, but that's just because I'm lazy. So I tend to.
Hey, don't knock it if it works, and you don't have to get up out of your chair. That's a good thing.
Pretty much the standard routine, yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, it's so I can just do it like over the back of my head. Don't even need to have a direct line of sight anymore.
Yes, that's like Harlem Globetrotter Sith techniques, actually, is what that is, I think.
Yeah, right from behind the back.
Yes, do
back joke.
do. So, I have some questions for you. This is not going to be a usual interview, obviously. You run Mahalo, Jason. Let's just, first of all, for the people who will be watching this is Jason Calacanis. I'm the Emperor. This is Jason. Hello.
Hello.
You run Mahalo, yes?
Yes, human-powered search engine.
Yes, and I have questions about that. Now, I'm also in management, as you may be aware. Not a web company, per se, but, you know, a galaxy. Now, how do you get people... It's people-powered, so people contribute articles, yes?
Yes, they contribute articles, links, whatever they have between, you know, a sentence to a paragraph to just a link that they think is interesting. Any of those components could be added to a page.
Interesting. Now, how do you get them to contribute? That's my question.
Yeah, some of them do it out of the goodness of their heart, not dissimilar than a Jedi.
I don't like
do
those
something,
guys.
you know. Yeah, just generally, I didn't want to bring it up, but some people actually do things for no personal gain. I know it's hard to believe, but they just do it for the sake of the good feeling it gives them. It's weird, and then some people we actually pay, which I think you understand. I know stormtroopers and the unions have been quite a problem.
Oh, Jason! Oh my goodness! Benefits for 18 trillion people. It's a nightmare.
That was, you know. Back in the day, you know, before we had clones, it was a lot easier, I think, with the droids.
Yeah, a robot just doesn't care about coffee breaks. Because coffee will kill them.
24 hours.
Yeah, it'll short them out, and then they don't want to die, so they stay away from coffee. Yeah.
No dental either.
No.
Typically no mouth.
Yeah, so, it's true. It's a very good point.
But we are, instead of doing... you know, so we have some people who do it out of the goodness of their heart, and then some people do it because we pay them. And so we manage two workforces, paid and then altruistic.
See, my question, if I may, about that, how do you... gosh, because here's the thing. You seem to be a liked person. People seem to like you. You're popular. My problem is nobody likes me, and... I just don't know how to get people to do things for me in a way that isn't under largely a threat of death. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, and I think killing people often might make them have that thought that you would kill them again. So in some ways it's a virtuous cycle, but in some ways it might work against you. I don't know if it's going too far, but I might suggest maybe not killing people for a week and maybe, you know, buy them lunch or something and see how that goes.
I don't know. That's a lot. That's a very ingrained tactic in the Empire. I don't know, because here's the thing. How else am I supposed to encourage people to work better if it's not simply the chance to go home and see your loved ones? I mean, because otherwise, basically... they and their loved ones would both be killed, is what I'm saying. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's you know, listen, you have to do what works for you. And for years, you've had a system that's worked. And I mean, you haven't gone through a lot of apprentices, to be honest.
True.
There's a sort of high turnover.
Yeah, most of them just don't work out in the long run.
Yeah,
Although I've been thinking of doing a thing like you did with the what is it, the Mahalo Idol. Thinking of doing like an auditioning, so I got lots of people, so I could pre-screen them out, which I don't generally do. I just I just see someone on the street and go, "Oh, hey, you look like you could be an apprentice," and then I find out a week later or maybe a decade later that they're really a giant wuss.
Right.
And then that what's his name, Obi-Wan, cuts him right in half. I mean, what the hell was up with that? God, that guy had tattoos,
I never understood that. Darth Maul seems so promising, and yet
I know. And he had tattoos. Like, a guy with that many tattoos should be badass, right?
Well,
like, he should totally be badass.
And horns.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. He's like the devil. He's like, blah. But no.
I would have.
What a wuss.
Yeah. I would have liked to seen him last a little longer. I mean, Dooku lasted longer than him, and Dooku, he was an old man.
He was. And he was an old man when I met him, too. He was about 300, I think. He was like Dick Clark.
I never liked his beard.
No. No, I'm a little jealous.
Weird lightsaber, too, with the curve on it.
Yeah, well, that was a little fancy, but, it got the killing done, which is good.
True. He did take off Anakin's arm.
Yes, I liked that. Anakin doesn't know I like that, but I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, made Anakin into what he is today, or what he isn't today. In some ways.
Yeah, it's true.
How's things with you and Anakin? Or Vader, I should say.
It depends day to day. Some days he wakes up and he's thinking about that, Padme? Oh, gosh, then he's just a wreck. He's like the biggest emo you've ever seen, okay?
He seems to sulk a lot.
God, he does, too. He's just got no stamina. He just needs to suck it up, but he can't some days. He's kicking those little garbage can droids all over, saying everything's futile. And then I say, hey, buddy, let's go blow up a planet. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't.
And they're like killing the Jedis, I mean.
Yeah, but they're all dead. So there's no one left to kill. You see, we sort of were too good at killing the Jedi. It's a bit of a problem.
It might have been good to leave a couple around, just for sport's sake. Leave a couple around.
Yeah, well, we left Yoda alive, but that was, he just wasn't worth the effort, That was more of a pity thing.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of had his number since day one. I mean,
I know. I threw the building at him. It was awesome. Whoa.
Pretty impressive.
That was the best workout I had in about a century and a half. I'll tell you that right now. Oh man,
I saw that on ESPN.
The highlight reel. Yeah, we made the highlight reel. It was great stuff. Yeah. So, what is new in your world aside from Mahalo?
Well, today I'm driving an electric car, the Tesla Roadster.
Ah, nice, very nice. How is that so far?
It's like it's not dissimilar than the Millennium Falcon, a ship that you know pretty well. Has outrun many Empire vessels, quite frequently, frankly. Pretty embarrassing in some ways, but the Tesla's, I would say, close to the Millennium Falcon without the sort of issues of Wookiee hair in the warp drive. So, without a Wookiee, it's fine. I mean,
yeah, this is true. Well, I have to tell you, as far as the ships go and getting outrun by the Millennium Falcon, we kind of go for quantity over quality in the Empire. So we have 84 Star Destroyers rather than getting 20 that are good, right? Yeah. Which is a way to go. But it's a way I chose. You kind of get locked in. You get locked into that one angle.
Yeah. Holds a lot of X-Wings. I mean,
that's true. A lot of those little shuttles.
Yeah, a lot of closet space.
Yeah. So, what kind of mileage does your electric car get? Sorry, I had to make that joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Well, it's not going to get you, that far, and it's not going to, beat the Kessel Run or something. But it does go 250 miles on Earth, which, if you're, not fighting gravity, so that'll get you where you need to go.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
That's fine. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you're not going to take it to Vegas and back, but, you should be flying to Vegas anyway. That's
true. With a private jet, with the ladies besides you, presumably.
Yeah, and so, is there something, I heard Celine Dion is leaving her gig at whatever it is, the Win or something in Vegas, and people have been talking you might be taking a stint there in Vegas to do your show. You still doing that parlor acts or?
I'm doing it a bit, but nothing. No contracts are signed. I'm weighing my offers. You know, it has to be worth it for me to take the time off of ruling the Empire. You know, it's kind of a big thing. So
big commitment. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big commitment. I would like to. It wouldn't be hard following Celine Dion. I just have to, exist, and I beat her. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see soon. Yeah.
Yeah. You look healthy. You been eating a lot of Ewoks or what?
Oh man, I love the deep fried Ewoks. Oh, it's so good. Delicious. With a nice or like grilled with a nice little anglaise sauce and stuff. Oh. Wow, it's delicious.
I just sprinkle a little salt on them and maybe some, I chop up a little Jawa. Jawa chop and just you sprinkle a little Jawa on the Ewok. It's delicious on the grill.
We're of the same mind here, I think. Actually,
very
that's
refreshing.
Very good.
Very refreshing.
Oh, great. Have you tried battered Mon Calamari rings? They are excellent. Oh man, I gotta write a cookbook one day.
Mon Calamari rings, delicious. You dip those and. Just delicious. Fantastic.
Yes. Now, I have a question. Well, not a question. Wait. I was going to ask you a question, but it's not a question. Now, you've seen my show, which basically I put out to try to get people to get to know me better. Because I'm a nice guy. Like, I seem like a nice guy, right? Except for the killing.
The killing and ruling of the universe.
Just the galaxy. Just the galaxy.
And the destruction of the planets and the choking of the people and the beheading of your apprentices. I mean, the general chaos, killing of the Jedi. Besides that, I think you're a very nice guy. I'd love to hang out with you anytime.
Oh, well, thank you. If I'm ever in the area, we should do that. We'll go get some drinks, maybe find a VIP room or something. That'd be fun.
We'll get bottle service. We'll head
something. Yeah, that would be excellent. So you've seen my show, right? You've seen my show?
I'm a fan of the show.
That's awesome. Thank you. I'm flattered by that. So in the show, people email me questions. I didn't say I would be doing this first or before we talked, but if you happen to have a question, just because we're talking, I would be happy to answer it for you.
Oh, I can actually ask Palpatine myself here on the show.
Directly. Yes, directly. It's my gift to you, sir.
Yeah, that. So many questions. I don't want to waste it. Give me a second to think about that one.
Sure.
I have to say, the Dooku thing. It seemed like he actually thought that you were going to back him up, and maybe save him when Anakin had the two lightsabers.
Yeah.
At that moment. Any regrets? Did you think for a second, Dooku, big working relationship, maybe I spare him? Or was it just all like, let's get this train moving, out with the old, in with the new?
That train was already in motion, okay? The reason he was there, he fulfilled his purpose, right? And I mean, the whole thing, that's all of my apprentices, generally speaking, are there to live and then to die at a certain time to get me my next apprentice. It's all part of the master plan. I have a big, overarching plan. And, no regrets at all. I was impressed. I said it before that I was impressed that he didn't scream when Anakin cut his hands off. He just kind of went like, oh. But, Windu, when got one hand cut off, screamed like a girl. So I was impressed. I was proud of Dooku as I watched him die. But no regrets at all. No regrets.
No regrets at all. Yeah,
he was a good soldier, is what he was. He's a good soldier.
Yeah, and he played it kind of straight,
Yeah. He led a good separatist movement, and that was really his role. Like, he was there to make it seem like there was danger in the galaxy, which only was there because I told him to make it seem like there was danger. So he did a good role. He did a good job.
He no problem doing the things you needed to do. I mean, he was hanging out with those bugs. I mean, who were those bugs that he hung out with? Oh,
yeah. The Geonosians or something?
Oh, God, the Geonosians. I mean, those guys stink. I mean, I don't mean to be stereotyping anybody, but those people, specifically, wherever they go, crime, smelling, garbage, they're just not clean people.
No, let me tell you something. They are slimy. You know how like a snake feels slimy but isn't? They feel slimy and are extremely slimy. They're like Ghostbusters, where the guy gets hit by that Slimer guy, and he has it's like that every minute of the day. It's so gross. I was happy to get the Death Star plans from them, and then we never worked together again. So that was
done.
Good. Yeah. Screw those little bugs. I step on bugs. I squash them. And I did actually. It was very fun.
They did have some good arena monsters. I mean,
yeah.
And another question for you, since we're here, and I figured I could take a second question, if I may, which was Jabba the Hutt.
A
friend of yours. Obviously, didn't work out so well for him in the end, but you live by the gun, you die by the gun.
It is true.
Are there any other Hutts around, or was he like a one-off? Like, is he like some experiment, or like did he have a wife or kids, or
I can't remember him specifically, but he had a family. Right. There's a whole race of Hutts. They were like female Hutts and male Hutts. Basically, it was a species of giant, very, very, very ugly space slugs with poor grammar and diction. That's what they were. But there was a lot of them. They're still out here. They have their own little... They're on the side of the galaxy. I'm in the center. I've got the good real estate. And they're slugs, so they're on a desert planet.
Yeah, not much going for them.
No.
Was wondering, like, how did those guys become all-powerful if they can't even move around too much? I don't understand I understand Dooku can be intimidating. I can understand how Wookiee's intimidating. Not to Sith like us, but into normal people. Yeah. I mean... But how is Jabba the Hutt intimidating? I mean, if he comes and chases you, you just walk away.
Well, I agree. I think it has to do with the fact they're in the middle of nowhere, and you have one, like maybe an inbred yokel, who is the only one there aside from Jabba, and he doesn't know any better, and he thinks Jabba's intimidating. Then eventually everyone's like, oh, he's intimidating. So he kind of is. You know what I mean?
Like a schoolyard syndrome kind of situation.
Yeah, he was the biggest guy there. And they just thought he was smart or something. But
yeah, I mean, you just run up and smack him and then just run away.
Yeah, what's he going to do? I mean, he got killed by a chick in a bikini.
What, you going to stick your tongue out at me?
Exactly.
He went chick in a bikini, he got him. Yeah. So at the end of the day, not a big deal. Well, this has been great. You know,
yes, it
obviously
has.
A huge fan.
Oh, thank you very much.
Anything I can ever do. Boba Fett's down here all the time working with me now.
Is that where he is? Oh, I can't believe you hired him away.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. He's got great options and stuff like that. So
you've got a better carbonite chamber than I think we had. I think that's what I heard.
It's a big draw.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, these people are no good to him dead. So
true.
If you're killing half the people in your carbonite, it's no good to him dead.
That's true.
So
that's true.
And he's got the disintegrations thing somewhat under control.
He does what he loves. That's what he does.
He does.
He's in the right career. I tell you.
I think that's true happiness. A lot of people say, like, hey, that's not much better than minimum wage being a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
But if you love it and it's sort of what you do, I mean, you can't blame the guy.
Yeah. So did you hire him to deal with the venture capitalists? Is that why he's on the payroll?
More to deal with potential competitors, because I like to. I could do it myself.
Yeah,
I'm busy, and my troopers and whatnot. You know how those guys are. They're gonna drop a lot of balls. So I send him out. Jimmy Wales is doing a search company. Boom, Slave One follows him down the freeway in his Honda. Slave One versus a Honda Accord. You know how that's going to end up.
Yeah, somebody finally killed Jimmy Wales. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. That just made my day.
Hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
I've got Boba Fett on the job, so it's basically done.
All right. No, what it was? I'm seeing into the future. It's going to turn out just fine. I've seen it.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I'm going to watch that. That's like a highlight reel. I'm just going to watch that for the rest of the day. That's fantastic.
I told him to really... to draw it out a little bit.
Oh man, it's like I think it goes over like from an entire week or something. He just he's an artist, that Boba Fett. Yeah,
he does well. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just lucky he got himself out of the Sarlacc pit. I mean,
yeah.
The fact that some people thought that the Sarlacc would take Boba Fett.
Well,
it's a hole. We all had inside information.
I mean, really, it's a hole with a bunch of horns or something. Like what is that?
Yeah, he's got plenty of fire, missiles. He's got everything in that suit.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. He makes explosions. The other thing just
Iron...
burps or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna catch Iron Man tonight?
Probably not tonight, but hopefully this weekend. I'm very excited. Not as excited as I am about Indiana Jones, but I'm excited to see Iron Man. Yeah. How about you?
I'm gonna go see it tonight. I've already had some visions of it, so I've got most of it in my head. But yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I mean, he builds weapons. I mean, what's not to love? It's a love story.
Yeah.
He builds weapons. He kills people.
I mean,
it's a feel-good movie. Sometimes you just need that.
I'm worried, though, that halfway through he becomes a good guy. That's going to be disappointing if that rumor is true. I hope he realizes that killing people is the way to go.
I mean, I can't imagine that would test well with audience if he became a good guy. I mean, I don't... Maybe it's not going to test good with the Sith, obviously.
That's true. That's true. Well, there are only a few of us, so it's a pretty small audience, but
affluent.
This is true. I own an entire galaxy. You own a very successful company.
Exactly.
That's affluent right there, buddy. Yeah.
Need to, you gotta know your audience. I mean, what are you gonna do? Try to sell to a bunch of, who are those guys? The
Jar Jar guys.
Yeah, those. I mean, was that your target market? I mean,
God, I would rather shoot myself. Yeah, I'd rather shoot myself in the nose than make them my target audience for anything, except for orbital bombardment with lasers. They would be my target audience for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's about it.
That would be pretty targeted.
Yes, very targeted advertising in a sense.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, this has been fantastic. Yes. I'm looking forward to. There's a documentary coming up about the Clone Wars. I understand that you're featured in prominently.
I believe so. Yeah, I haven't seen the final cut, but I was interviewed, so we'll see how that works out. If they make me look bad, they always make me look bad. All the documentaries.
I know. They have that tight shot on you, and they dim the lights and everything.
I know.
You always look kind of pale. I mean, you've been hitting the sunroom, yes?
I'm so busy. I don't have time to go out and suntan. You know what I mean, right?
I don't want to give you any advice. A little bit of makeup, just a little color on the cheeks.
I will consider that. People ask me about plastic surgery. I'm not going to do that, but I will consider makeup for you. For you, I will consider makeup.
Just make you. I mean, you said you want to look a little bit more human, maybe a little color, and
it'll
be
possible.
Fine.
Yeah, maybe. I will consider that.
Well, clearly, we could talk all day, but this is going to be the longest episode of Ask Palpatine ever.
It is. It's already very long, but it's good. I might break it up, but who knows? But you said you had to go now, right? That's what you have.
I gotta go, and I'm sorry.
A car.
Next time I will wear my helmet. Obviously, I left the helmet off. The Darth Calacanis helmet is off, but I'll wear the Darth Calacanis helmet next time.
Okay, well, thank you, Jason. It's been fantastic talking with you. It is an honor to call you Sith, because you are just awesome and also vile and ruthless, just like me.
You know what? It's the nicest thing somebody said to me in a long time.
Well, that's I'm not sure how to take that, but you're welcome. Da 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 da